welcome Janaki Joshi from Nepal, a passionate Agile practitioner and transformative leader who brings over 15 years of experience driving innovation and delivering impact across global IT operations. She is not just a coach, she is a catalyst for change in the Agile community and beyond. Please give a round of applause for Janaki Joshi.
So very little audience. Hello, everyone. My name is Janaki Joshi. I'm from Nepal, and I'll be talking on artificial intelligence from start to till date, how its evolution happened, and what we have as of now in our plate, like in terms of AI, and what are like future possibilities. So I'll try to cover almost everything, but it will be superficial, not the deep down knowledge or any technical things. So bear with me. So mainly, I'm trying to cover here the evolution part, like from theoretical to how practically we are getting those stuff that was initially initially thought by certain scientists and the creators of the AI. How AI has transitioned from being theoretical to the practical tools, and how we can like leverage our time more for other meaningful steps by using AI tools and technologies in our day-to-day work. So I'll try to cover all these. Whether whether you are a student or professionals, anyone, like AI is everyone using some form of AI or other form. Whether we like it or not, it is going to be with us, right? For rest of like, there is definitely like anti-AI groups who are like debating about the futures of AI. In future, it will take over everything, and the existence of the humanity and all those sort of things. So I'll try to cover like a little bit of those as well. Yeah, let's deep dive into the what's the like past, present, and future machines hold in terms of AI capabilities. So for most of us, AI first introduced, or we were familiar with the AI with a lot of sci-fi movies. We've seen like intelligence, super intelligence that is capable of learning, then mimicking, and able to decide their own. If that's a negative character, that is for the destroyable or any those sort of things. And like in Matrix or Baymax, that is the healthcare shown in that movie. And there are a lot of movies where possibilities of AI has shown. And if it's a negative character, then somehow it tries to destroy the world, community, and those sort of things. And then until definitely hero comes, right? Then he tries to fix everything. So whatever, like our basic concept derived from, even as a kid, they know what is artificial intelligence and how they can process or talk or cover the world. All right, let's dive into a little more deeper in the evolution of AI. So I'll try to cover like evolution decade-wise, where it started and how eventually each decade what we've achieved, those sort of stuffs. So first concept, theoretical concept was discussed in 1950s era in Dartmouth campus, so in United States. That is known as Dartmouth Conference, and the driver of the conference was John McCarthy, along with his co-fellow friends like Marvin Minsky and Claude Shannon. So first, artificial intelligence in terms of if machine or any program that is capable of doing some work, for that like human intervention is needed. I mean, like that similar work, if human can work with their intelligence, those sort of thing is called like artificial intelligence in very first definitions. And since the John McCarthy was the driver force behind all this conference where like people discuss about the possibility and they were discovering something called artificial intelligence. So, and that's why like John McCarthy is known as the father of AI, like most of us know that. And Marvin Minsky, he was expert in machine building, what's inside machine and its capabilities, how complex or how it can solve the problems, sort of things. And Claude Shannon is the mathematician who was exploring the capability of complex problem solving or mathematical problems solving capabilities of the machines at that time. So the main proposal outlined the ambitious goals for development of artificial intelligence in Dartmouth Conference, and they explored the possibility of machines using languages, forming abstract concepts, solving problems, and self-improvement, those stuff. So all the like audiences, what they take away from that conference is they saw like they foresee a future where it is possible that will have human brain-like structure, and then that machine can decide on its own. Maybe store huge data also. Let's go to next stuff. That is during 1950s, we have like initial concept developed, and then during World War, similar time, next scientist, it's Alan Turing, who developed a machine that is capable of like decrypting complex cipher used by German military. So Germans were using this code called Enigma code to send their messages to the military and a lot of attacks and for their movement. And Alan Turing, along with his team, like they develop a machine that is capable, that is able of like decrypting those complex cipher, and then they decide the movement, and they know. From this, like allies get the significant benefit out of that, and that helps in World War II, helps in stopping World War II, I could say. So if you are interested in, like watching like movies, those sort movies, it's Alan Turing's contributions that is shown in the movie, like Imitation Game. That's well explained, like the set, the dialogues, the presentation, everything was so impressive in Imitation Game. If you haven't watched, you can watch that for more detailed information, how they able to like crack the code and how the idea came and then what happened, all sort of things is explained there. Yeah, and that was the crucial role of the Alan Turing's in the foundation of theoretical AI, we could say. And next, researchers develop machines which are capable of solving certain verticals. For example, they develop a machine that is for playing only like checkers. Checkers is a game similar to chess, but it's not chess. It has only one kind of those movement, only forward. So, so they develop one machines only capable of, that is only like used to play games, and the other machines that is only like can guess the word problems and those, and solving complex mathematical problems. So whatever is the purpose, there is like certain instruction given, and based on those instructions, it will do its next move, next prediction, and solving. But till now, it's nothing like crazy developed. It's everything based on the set of instructions we put as a data or informations inside. So all machines were deciding based on those. That is one concept, Golem. Anyone heard of it? Yeah. So golem is, it's a concept from the Greek ancient, like from the 13th century. They had this mechanical man. They built this mechanical man, super powerful. And I found like they made this man with out of mud, and Jewish folklore put some life on it with their powers, natural power, supernatural power, we can say. And that cannot speak, but the golem know what to do, how to protect like kids from the Jewish community. At that time, like there was some mass sacrifices were ongoing by the certain groups. So to prevent that and those violence, this golem was created. So why I bring this topic here is whatever is the concept, it's a past, very long ago or nowadays, the need of some super intelligent thing, super powerful thing that was always there, mechanical powers, or it is nowadays like robot who can help in every stuff. So those sort of things. So that golem is like capable of thinking himself and decides on it and can protect the community based on his observation and what he sees, those stuff, which is currently which is seen in our like regular robots who can self-learn and decide this stuff. So that's why I bring this topic here. And 1950 to 60 is the theoretical evolution, and based on pre-given instructions, machines were like doing next movements or next stuff. So 1960 to 70 is the like symbolic AI and different neural networks. Researchers developed neural networks. Neural networks are networks that are similar to like human brains, different kind of interconnections, whether it's one-directional, multi-directional, and learning and decision-making, those stuffs. So develop into cognitive process, human thoughts, explored, and those with the help of neural networks, machines are now capable of autonomous self-thinking. They can decide and self-think, self-learn further. So for the neural networks development, the programming language used was like Lisp. It's a Lisp programming. Lisp programming is the like highest, longest programming language still in use. So they've used Lisp programming and aim to create expert system that could mimic human decisions making and specialize, particularly like a specialized domain. If we talk about this specialized domain, it's normally then comes the concept of narrow AI. Narrow AI always focuses on like one particular domain, working on a single area, expert in one particular part. We'll come to that in a while. So during this phase, like 60 to 70s, there was, anyone heard of ELIZA? So ELIZA is was the first chatbot ever created by Joseph Weizenbaum in MIT in 1955 to 60. 65 to 67. It took almost 3 years to create that chatbot. And this was the first ever created chatbot. The intention is like having the communication between humans and machines. So machine can understand those natural languages, what they have to reply or answers, those sort of things. But the ELIZA was initially proposed as a therapist. So if you are, at that time, if people are not feeling comfortable like talking their issues with others, then they can talk to ELIZA. But since that was the early stage chatbot, the challenges obviously were there. So challenges is, at some point, there were like disconnection between humans and those chatbots. So if you see this conversation, at the end, like can you explain what made you unhappy? At the end, like, machine is asking same question again. But nowadays, it's all improved. They can now learn from all the conversations and their other data. So at that time, it's just the simple communication. If you talk like for 2-3 times conversation, that it feels okay connected, then after that, like, it will disconnected. Machine doesn't understand human, and human people doesn't understand what the machine is trying to say. So that was the first ever chatbot developed in 1960s era. So then 70 to 80 was the like slow down period for artificial intelligence advancement or enhancement creations. Because at that time, if we see this map, it's 50 to 60 birth, then inflated hype, and then the AI winter. So why there is this phase of AI winter is because of people were not believing like that can be achieved. They were not ready to invest huge amount of money. And another major problem is at that time, we don't have like chips, computational devices that can support complex problems, or complex computing power was not there. So here comes the NVIDIA in the picture. Like then they decide, okay, we will need high computing processors and all. So although it's a winter, but behind the scene, a lot of things were like developing here. Because of high expectation coupled with limitations in computing power, and the complex of AI problem resulted in decreasing funding, and lots of projects were abandoned due to the low funding, and people were not believing, okay, that can be achieved or not, unrealistic goals at that time, could say. So because of those stuff, the AI winter, that's a decade. But during that time, something like developing behind the scene, like giant companies like IBM and NVIDIA, they were researching and working on their own. In 1996, IBM developed one computer that is called Deep Blue, which is designed particularly in one area, designed to play the chess only. So they had this competition in 1996 with the world chess champion, Garry Kasparov, and the match was supposed to play like out of 6 match, winner should be like decide. And the out of 6 match, Deep Blue machine won 1, 2 draw, and 3 lost. So in 1996, it was lost. Again, like IBM worked on this, put more more data, and it learned again within a whole year. Machine learned a lot. So again in 1997, it won by 2, 3 draw, and the 1 loss. So at that time, I guess world champion, he retired. Okay, if machine is that much capable, I'm not playing now. So he retired after that. So from this, like IBM loudly announces, machines can excel in highly intellectual tasks. So that the concept derived here. Then there comes era of millennium. So in millennium, with increasing computing power during AI winter and whole those decade, like those chip companies were working on computing powers and getting the even lesser size with high computing powers devices. And by millennium, we had like vast amount of data accumulated at that time. And the new networks like neural networks like human brain networks, neural networks were developed in this era. Neural networks are responsible for image and speech recognition, then natural language processing, and many more. So the major achievement happened during millennium, could say. So until 10, the machines were being developed that could learn from data, identify patterns, and make decisions with minimal human interventions. Machines will need human intervention till like 2010. So only after that, there are other sort of like techniques developed. We'll go into those in a while. So before that, like what are neural networks though? So I try to explain 3 neural networks, like artificial neural networks, convolutional, and the recurrent neural networks. So ANN it's like a brain of the computer. So based on the data, it has accumulated data and past expectations, it can just predict what will be the next, based on data, certain basic predictions, like if we have any email, okay, it's a genuine email or spam, those sort of stuff it can develop, it can decide, and the CNN helps to understand and get the pictures, process that and understand, describe that. So that's the CNN. It's again one directional only. Then comes the concurrent neural networks. It's a way of computer to understand things that happen. What's the next thing now? I have this much, so what's the next thing? Let's say if I'm writing like I want to, then it will auto suggest what's the next word will be. We know like before 2010, there was no such like features or thing when we Google anything, right? So eventually we see a lot of new implementation, suggestions, those. So that's happened because of RNN. And then comes deep learning next innovation after neural networks. Till neural networks, it requires minimum human intervention, but for deep learning is like subset of machine learning, and machine learning is also subset of AI, artificial intelligence. So when we go here, artificial intelligence is the big chunk, like that can mimic human behavior, we can say in short. And the machine learnings are, along with human behavior, now it's a subset and more statistical observations that can be possible because of machine learning programming. And the deep learning is also subset of machine learning, where it can compute the multi-layer neural networks within it. So that's how. And the deep learning encourages machine to create more, learn itself, decide itself, then make the decision by itself, right? But the decision will not happen randomly. There is certain preset, those were written, and based on those, it will do that definitely, but it will not require human intervention every time. And then next concept, I already said, it's a narrow AI. Narrow AI is widely used artificial intelligence terms in the current, in the present scenarios in most of these devices like Google Search, Netflix, and Alexa. These sort of innovations use narrow AI. And narrow AI is always focused in one particular stuff, dedicated in one vertical. And then next evolution is after narrow AI. Narrow AI is still in use most of the places, a lot of places. And the transformer. Transformer now can track sequential data relationship, right? And learn the context, resulting in much more accurate data. So nowadays we are using this BARD and ChatGPT, DeepSeek. All these models are using transformers. These are the current which gives the highly accurate data with the help of transformers. So when ChatGPT is launched in 2022, so Google declared red alert for them, because before that we all are using Google, and that was huge step for Google to say now everyone will go to ChatGPT and those stuff. Side by side, they were developing other models for themselves as well. So here is, during the whole evolution, there were not success every time. We could not get things done right in one term, one try. So I'd like to bring this Tay. Anyone know about Tay's story? No, okay. It's a Tay is a chatbot again launched by Microsoft for the Twitters only. For the Twitter only, and the name is Tay Tweets. Microsoft launched this in 2016, and it is supposed to be like 19-year-old girl and supposed to have learned from the Twitters. According to Microsoft, the people who are using mostly are the age group of 18 to 25, according to Microsoft. I'm not saying that. So Tay was supposed to learn from those people and learn, then tweet by herself and then just do the actions. Within less than 16 hours, Tay has like 50,000 followers and more than 100,000 tweets. She did more than 100,000 tweets. And because it was not well tested, I would say, so along with all good thing, it starts to learn like all the rumors, bad things in the internet. So from the jolly, that is supposed to be, Tay is supposed to be jolly person that can bring the movement in the internet, those sort of things, to the one that can write anything, doesn't know to whom it is writing, and the sexist, racist comments. So those sort of things were like floated over the internet. And then communities, pressure, and all, then Microsoft had to shut down Tay within less than 24 hours of its release. So that was epic fail for Microsoft. But the lesson learned is, along with why it failed, is Tay learned too much too fast. And there is no rules and regulations for that. But the success story is, then Microsoft Asia launched Chai, I think, Chai in China, similar to that chatbot for WeChat and other models, but bounded with the Chinese rules and regulations, governance. Okay. So that was success. So how these things are related to Agile principles is, along with all the journey, all the development, it's iterative learning always, and the collaboration amongst the all different type of people, data scientists, engineers, and then experts, mathematicians, everyone's, and the adaptability is AI system must adapt new data, new things every day, every second, every time. So these are certain real-world applications that we already covered, and it's AI's involvement in sustainability is also there. Along with this, like, what's the future then? Emerging trend, we know all these emerging trends. If you want to use any other tools, there are a lot of tools, AI tools that can make your day-to-day work easy, and free of you for definitely, that's the coffee break to code break. Don't forget my original tagline. So we can just put, let's say I use Manas for sorting CV and filtering out what I need based on those. So at that time, I can have shift my time, my effort to any other work. All right, I have one question for our audience. How can you contribute to the AI's Agile journey?
Makes the AI system more deeply, more reasoning with more data in short term. So lots of questions, those are not conventional. When we use the prompt, we can ask those questions and can drag all the patterns and pre-generated those answers for the rest of the audience.
Yeah, definitely. We are giving data to AI like every day, every time we search, or we are putting all of our information, and that's the learning source. These are a few tools. Let's not go into this. So that's one slide I want to like take a moment. 10 levels of AI. So if we see here, it's starting from 1 to 10th level. So 1 is simpler, 1 rule-based, that we will set some rule and work around that. Then the context-based, by giving certain set of instruction, it will operate. And the narrow AI, as I already said, it will be like work around some specific task. And the reasoning AI, it's a ChatGPT, LLM, other those human mimicking, central, then CNN, everything here. And till now, we have achieved like 4th level of AI. And we are, not we, definitely, it's OpenAI or those giant companies. They are working on to get the AGI. That's the next level. And there is like rumor or some news about OpenAI. AGI is already achieved. They are working on some Q-star technology, so they call that as a AGI. And there are certain rumors ongoing about Sam Altman's movements, that he is not too open to share the informations and all. But all other, after we can say after 5th, these yet to need, like, yet to achieve. And the super intelligence that improve, that will have like trillion times of the memory than the individual like us. And then next is self-aware AI that can debate with human, disagree with human. And the transcend AI, it's like God. In some form, it will be either biological or digital. They will be able to create new life from this transcend AI. And the cosmic AI from the spacecraft. And lastly, it's a godlike AI. Godlike AI is like, it's a beyond imagination, super powerful, super intelligence. And there is, I heard one saying like, we are also created, we are also like created by this godlike AI. So there is that saying. It's not my comment, but I read somewhere. Yeah, definitely there is evolution. We come this far from very first theoretical concept to all this, and there are like there is always a concern from creators themselves and other scientists. Like, are we going to exist, or will it hamper our existence? Will it end the human race? So those sort of concerns always there. All right, and definitely there is no risk of like job losses and the human biases, deepfakes. For all those, we have to turn ourselves according to that, right? If I know how to do a certain task, and that is now done by any like automated, and any tool can generate that, then I might have to learn new skills. So upgrade yourself. Upgradation is needed. So with this, it's a small fun game. I don't know if we have time or not. Let's just engage with the first one. Can anyone like predict this word game? First one. Yes. How about second? So it's just a small word game I wanted to cover, but I think I'm running out of time. What will be your next break lead to? New idea, new solution, or perhaps new breakthrough? Can you guys quickly scan this? I will just get the few questions.